One thing that we have seen, though, is that the mobile spending has not really shifted with the usage. And we saw this in online as well. I remember when I was in online 5 years ago, and it was such a struggle when it was 5% of your, maybe 5% of your total marketing budget might go into online digital spending. Well, we're seeing that in mobile as well. What we are also seeing, however, is the shift of people that happened from, print and TV into online happened relatively quickly. The shift now moving them into mobile is going even faster because you have a device that is much more usable. It's not just an internet device, it's your communication device, it's how you deal with your social networks. That's how everyone is interacting. So with 1% of spend going into mobile, but 23% usage, there's a huge disproportion there of what's really going on. So we really believe that that shift is going to have to increase because ultimately advertisers need to communicate with their audiences. And if their consumers are in mobile, then the ad spend also kind of needs to be there because that's where you want to interact and engage with them. And that's where you want to talk to them. Mobile is also extremely pervasive. I'm interested to know how many people have gone into a store, looked at a product, and actually taken out their cell phone and checked to see if they could get a better deal somewhere. At least once. Right, large percentage of you. That's increasing really rapidly. Last year in Q4, there were a lot of retailers who did such a good job promoting Black Friday through online, through mobile, through so many different channels, got people into their store, but once they were in the store, they did not reckon that these people would still be doing price comparison shopping. They thought they had kind of sold them already with their prices, found out they still could get these products cheaper either through Amazon or one of their competitors, and they were making the click to purchase online through their mobile phones, or if they were even carrying their tablet devices, or they were leaving the store to go to another store to buy it. So there was a lot of that loss of sale because they didn't reckon that, oh my gosh, people are still going to be connecting. This year, they're actually paying more attention to that, and they're thinking about how they can keep people in store. But mobile is really an outlet for people to investigate, to price shop, to get the best deals. It's with you all the time, and with the ability now to scan a lot of these barcodes, you can find the best price from the whatever store, and you can purchase it right away. It's really putting control in the consumer's hands as to what they want to buy and making sure that they get that best deal. So how do you find consumers wherever they are? One of the things that we are trying to think about and trying to shift in mindset is that although mobile is complicated, it is different. We've spent the last 3 years educating everybody how complicated it is. We don't have these persistent IDs, as Ari was mentioning, about these cross-channel ID strategies. We're all working on it. We know it's complicated. We think some of the recent announcements from Apple is really going to help some because you can't actually figure out cross-channel ID without figuring out the mobile piece, and the mobile piece is the most complicated. But let's make it less complicated, and let's talk about where your users are. So if your users are spending more time on mobile than they are in web, you better be spending on mobile. And we can actually do data and audience targeting in mobile at a very granular segment level. We can do some at the user-specific level, but if you're looking for your intenders, then we absolutely can tap into them. And I think that's a really important message to go out there and to go across, that there are a lot of things that we can make very simple in mobile, and we can make it similar to what you're doing in online. There is some level of attribution that you can do. Click-through attribution is the best case scenario. There is some view-through specifically on certain devices that can be done as well, but it's really important to understand that you might not get exact apples to apples, but you're not going to have to go and get an orange. You're going to be close enough, and at least you're going to be at least communicating with your consumers, and that's what's really important.